Looks like we are live. Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Brakatham, Yahweh Shamalatan, Bashim Yahweh Shah. This priest and also Thawah Shah. The Isupk started 1 West, 125th Street, New York, under Commander Jenny Yohana. Right now, we are getting started to get into the Brotherhood class, Isupk Florida Brotherhood class. I got Trooper Canuck with me. Today's topic we're going to touch on is showing the value in a nigga, you know what I'm saying, or the value of a nigga. When I mean nigga, I'm talking about blacks, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? We tend to lose the value in one another and focusing on the value of the world. You know what I'm saying? When the Most High chose so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians on this earth, you know what I'm saying? And there is value in us, even though we're in these conditions, in this hole, you know what I'm saying? There's still value in a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. And it's very important that we view each other in that same light. You know what I'm saying? It's important that we see the value in one another and not just through the lens of our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Not looking at us as, looking at each other as just worthless and nobody. You know what I'm saying? The Lord has chosen every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian that they should serve him. You know what I'm saying? And serving him, they can get rulership and be over everybody on this earth, right? So the first scripture I'm gonna bring out, let me get John 1 and 45. All right. Shalom, everybody. It's on the YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Share it as well.
Salaki, sir.
You got it for me, Roy?
Yeah, you say John 1 and 45?
Ka.
Sir. I got it.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 1, verse 45. Philip findeth Nathanael
Mm-hmm.
and said unto him, We have found him, of whom Moses and the law and the prophets did write.
Right. So we
Yahweh Shai. Oh,
right.
Salaki, sir.
Nah, my fault. Go ahead.
Yahweh Shai of Nazareth, the
Right.
son of Joseph.
So it was prophesied a Messiah will come unto Israel to redeem us from our enemies. You know what I'm saying? To give us salvation. You know what I'm saying? To be a savior unto Israel. It's prophesied about this same man, which name is Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That man was chosen by the Most High to deliver us, you know what I'm saying, and give us salvation, you know what I'm saying, and teach us how to serve the Most High, you know what I'm saying, because he was our Messiah. You know what I'm saying? He is our Messiah and he is our King. He is the King of all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? So this is one of his disciples, you know what I'm saying? This is the early part, you know what I'm saying? And they come to meet this man who is the son of Joseph, right? And this man, he's from Nazareth. You know what I'm saying? That's why they said of Nazareth, because that's the city that he's from. You know what I'm saying? Or the town, right? Read on.
Sir. Verse 46. And Nathanael said unto him, Can there any good thing come out of Nazareth?
Right. Why is he asking that question? Why would Nathaniel question Philip on that?
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Because they consider what we consider today Nazareth as the ghetto, the hood, the
Mm-hmm.
barrios, the reservations.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
God.
the hood, the bad place in Jerusalem.
Right. That's exactly right. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, we was under the Roman occupation. You know what I'm saying? So we was destroyed under the Romans, put in poverty. You know what I'm saying? Put in this hell, put in destruction, right? For not serving the Most High. So when Nathaniel hears that Philip is talking about a man from Nazareth, he's asking like, man, what good could come out of Nazareth? You know what I'm saying? Meaning, what good comes from this ghetto and from this hellhole that Christ is from? You know what I'm saying? And that's the same way they view you here in America. You know what I'm saying? They love to question as if what good can come out of these ghettos? What good can come out of Miami or out of Orlando? You know what I'm saying? when there's gold in that ghetto, and the gold that I'm referring to is not the one that's around you, or not the money that's in your pocket. I'm talking about the blood that flows through your veins. You know what I'm saying? Those people that live in ghettos and the barrios and the reservations today in America, they are the chosen people of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They share the same lineage as Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah, right? Which will be considered a so-called Negro African American today. You know what I'm saying? And that's who Christ came from. He came from the tribe of Judah, right? He also came from Nazareth. You know what I'm saying? He was a nigga from the ghetto just like you. You know what I'm saying? And there is value in that. There's value in understanding that Christ is a black man from the ghetto, just like you. You know what I'm saying? Who served the Most High, right? And his mission and his goal was to save Israel out of their condition. You know what I'm saying? To teach Israel how to serve the Most High so the Lord can redeem them out of that condition, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking for a way out, it's not through hating on your brother. You know what I'm saying? It's not looking down on your brother by the wealth that you have from this world. You know what I'm saying? It's from dribbling the basketball. It's not from a rap contract or none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? The value that's in each and every one of us is the blood that flows through our vein and us coming back to the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That is very important for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to do. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop looking at each other through the lens of our oppressor. How America want us to be viewed here, you know what I'm saying, or demonized here in America. You know what I'm saying? They love to say that, we're just lazy, complain too much. You know what I'm saying? That's why we in this condition. They always want to make it our fault. You know what I'm saying? Well, there's nothing wrong with holding accountability. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no problem in holding accountability. But it's very important in this brotherhood that we also look at each other like we're not worthless, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you've been pushed here in America, to think that you're worthless, to think that you're nothing, that you amount to nothing. You know what I'm saying? When the Lord chose you to be above everybody that's on the face of this earth, right? Any more on that in verse 46?
Kind of a concert. He just said, Philip said unto him, come and see.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about the Messiah. He's talking about who the world loves to praise as Jesus Christ, right? That's who he's talking about, man. Christ was a nigga from the ghetto. He was a black man from the ghetto. Now, that's complete opposite of what your pastor loves to preach every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Every sermon on Sunday is about prosperity. It's about wealth, being selfish and trying to gobble up everything that you could gobble up. You know what I'm saying? Christ cared about the poor. You know what I'm saying? God loves the poor. You know what I'm saying? God loves the one that's on the bottom right now, that's being mistreated. That's who the Most High loves. You know what I'm saying? And he don't care whether you're poor or rich. You know what I'm saying? He cares about you following his commandments. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and drop that. Let me get Deuteronomy 7-6 real quick.
Kind of a concert.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto
Right.
the Lord thy God.
The Bible is calling so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians a holy people. Right? What does the word holy mean?
It's like you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
It means separate.
Right. To be separate, to be set apart. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? We are to be set apart and not to be joined to everybody on this earth, or not to be like everybody that's on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of problem that we have with the traitors amongst our people. They see the wealth of our oppressor. They see what the oppressor got. You know what I'm saying? See what these other nations got. And you know what they do? They'll compromise their integrity to have a little piece of what the oppressor had. You know what I'm saying? Well, nothing in this should make you want to compromise your morality, your integrity. You know what I'm saying? Or turning it against your brothers and sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord told you to be separate from everybody else, right? Read on.
Kind of a concert. The Most High thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
To be a what?
To be a special people unto himself.
The Lord called you special, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You are special unto the Most High. You're not like everybody else that's on this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like black people find it hard to understand that one day, there's a possibility that a nigga can rule this earth, right? The white man thought of it when he started his whole American Revolution. At one point in time, he thought one day I can, get enough power and rule America and rule the whole planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? But examine black people though, with all the great abilities that we have, you know what I'm saying? The intellectual that we have, the intelligence, everything that we're good at is being misused and becoming useless because we're not doing it according to the knowledge of this Bible. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing it with the understanding that the Lord told you to be separate and everything that's great about you is supposed to be used only amongst your own. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord made you special. The Lord made you that way. He gave you that spirit so you can serve him and utilize that spirit for your people, man. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Kanamakan, sir. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that's upon the face of the earth. Man, that's talking about your oppressor, the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? That's talking about your Chinese, Arabs, Africans, every race on this earth. Nobody's greater than a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. None of them compare to you. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord called you to be above them and for you to rule this whole this whole entire earth, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord chose you. You know what I'm saying? So you might see us right now. You see us on the bottom. You see the complete opposite of what we just read in Deuteronomy 7-6. You know what I'm saying? We in these ghettos. We in these barrios, these reservations. We being shot down in the street. They just killed a brother not too long ago. What's his name? Dante, right? You know what I'm saying? They killed him, shot him, and they said they mistaken. They thought that the cop pulled a taser out. You know what I'm saying? And shot the brother, man. Brother was 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? And this continues to happen because they don't see the value in you, black man. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You need to stop begging them to see the value in you. You need to stop marching and stop trying to plead with them to give them a change of heart. You know what I'm saying? It's important that we see the value in one another, man. You know what I'm saying? The same way Christ seen the value in us, the same way the Most High see the value in us and chose us above everybody else. Right? Any more on that?
Salaki, sir, that's it on 7-6.
Okay. Read on for me, Baba Kasha. What is it? What's 7-7 say?
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you, because ye were more in number than any people.
Mm-hmm.
For
This is
ye, oh,
right. Let
Salaki,
me
sir,
just
go ahead.
no
Yeah.
sweat word. Let me just pause you there real quick, right? The Lord did not choose us because we was great in numbers. You know what I'm saying? Your church is full with members, full with people. You know what I'm saying? But they're not teaching you the value in being a black man. They're not teaching you the role you're supposed to play on this earth. They're not teaching you how to be the rulers of this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord chose us. He handpicked us because that's what his election was. That's what his choice was, his desire was. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't desire for it to be no other way. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Kanamakan, sir. For ye were the fewest of all people.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand
Right.
and
Yeah.
redeemed you. Oh,
Now go ahead. Finish that part.
and redeemed you out of the house of bondage
Right. The
from the
house.
hand of the Pharaoh. Oh, Salaki, sir.
Now,
Go ahead.
now, go ahead. Go ahead.
From the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm. Now you wanted to ask something?
No, I was just saying, so like I ain't know you was
Okay.
about to cut it.
Nah, no sweat. You know what I'm saying? The Lord didn't choose us because our numbers. You know what I'm saying? Neither does the Lord love you because you're wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Neither because you have the riches of this world. The Lord favors you. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is. It's because the promise that he made with your forefathers, you share that same bloodline. You know what I'm saying? You descend from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? And which is his 12 sons became the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? The blood that flows through your vein, it is a requirement for you to serve the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And in serving the Most High, you got to realize that there is a value in a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You know what I'm saying? And it is nothing wrong for pleading for justice. There's nothing wrong for wanting justice for what happened to our people. You know what I'm saying? And you're not going to get it just by loving your oppressor. Loving our own, we'll find that justice, man. Right? Let me get Revelations 2 and 9. Right? Your pastor will make it have you thinking that it's about you assimilating with America is the only way that you can survive. You know what I'm saying? Or if you become more like your oppressor and join and love your oppressor, that's the only way you're gonna survive. You know what I'm saying? Well, look in 2021, we're still being shot in these streets. You know what I'm saying? We're still being oppressed in America, man. They still got babies locked up right now, little children locked up at the border in cages, man. Still missing little children. Don't even know where their parents is at, man. And those are the chosen people of God. You know what I'm saying? And they love to misuse, the value or greatness of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for them to do what they want to do. But according to the Most High, it's not okay, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is willing to fight for all Hispanics and Native Indians. All we have to do is turn to him and not turn to your oppressor, right? Oh, you got that from me?
Con, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and thy tribulation.
Who's this speaking of, right? The Bible said he knows your works and he knows the tribulation. He sees what you're going through here in America. He's seen what happened to George Floyd. He's seen what happened to Eric Garner and Michael Brown. He's seeing the little kids that's crying out for their parents at the border right now. You know what I'm saying? He sees all of that, what's going on here in America and all across the world of us being oppressed and mistreated. The Lord sees all that, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is only happening to so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We fit these prophecies to a T. No other race is going through what we went through here on Earth, man. You know what I'm saying? No other race was sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to be a slave in America, but Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That only happened to us. Well, guess what? The Lord didn't forget about that, man. Right? Read on.
And poverty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But but thou art rich.
But that are what?
But thou art rich.
Right. Godliness do not equate to the amount of money that you have in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? The Lord loves those that's on the bottom right now. You know what I'm saying? And he sees the value in you, regardless if you have money or not. Right. And listen, I'm not saying there ain't nothing wrong with having accumulating a certain amount of wealth here in this place, having a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you pay your tithes, you know what I'm saying, and help out your brothers and sisters. But at the end of the day, that does not make you godly. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make you righteous. You know what I'm saying? What's important is that you fear the Most High and keep his commandments. That's what the Lord requires you to do. Right? But guess what? Right now, for the majority of us that's suffering, the Lord still sees value in you. And it's important if you serve the Most High and love the Most High, you will also see the value in your brother and your sisters. Right? Read on.
Con, sir. And I know the blasphemy
The what?
of them which say they are Jews.
He knows the what?
The blasphemy
Mm-hmm.
of them which say they are Jews.
Right. Somebody is blaspheming the Most High right now. right? Black people right now, we're not being identified in America as the Jews, right? It takes brothers like, you know, the brothers in the Isupk to proclaim it on the street corners and take back our heritage. But as a nation, you know what I'm saying, we're not being looked at as the Jews, right? They just see you as another nigga. You know what I'm saying? Another black man that we gotta oppress, that we gotta shoot down. You know what I'm saying? But there's a group on this earth that does claim to be the Jews. You know what I'm saying? They call themselves Jewish, right? Or they call themselves Israeli. You know what I'm saying? And everybody think they are the children of God or the chosen people of God. So you know what they do? They give them reparations. You know what I'm saying? They give them a land, a military. You know what I'm saying? They finance a military by the tons, billions of dollars each year. You know what I'm saying? And nobody asking him to validate or show his credentials of him being a Jew. You know what I'm saying? But soon as a nigga say it, it's hard for people to understand it. You know why? Because they only see you as trash on this earth or worthless on this earth, man. When the Lord called you rich, and he called those people that claim to be a Jew, he called them a blasphemer, man. He called them a liar. That's what they really are. They liars, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord loves Hispanics and Native Indians because you are the children of Israel, right? Read on.
And are not.
And are what?
And are not.
They ain't the Jews. You know what I'm saying? The real Jews are so-called blacks in America. You know what I'm saying? Native Indians and Hispanics, man. You are the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And you need to understand that no matter what condition that we in, it's important that we understand so we can get out of this condition. Right? Nobody else is out there that's trying to save you, man. You know what I'm saying? Your only salvation is in the Most High. Is you returning to the Most High through Christ in the ISUPK. That's the only way you're gonna find salvation, man. And building your nation back up. You know what I'm saying? Taking all your resources and your talents that we have amongst us and utilizing it for our nation and for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? That alone can build us up. Shit, Salaki. I mean, we invented majority of the things that we use in our household was invented by blacks or Hispanics or Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? The street light, the air conditioning. You know what I'm saying? We invented these things, but we don't get no credit. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because they don't want you to be above them, man. When the Lord chose you to be above them. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if we use that same skill and that same spirit exclusively for our nation, you know what I'm saying, while serving the Most High, we'll be unstoppable, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what this scripture is talking about, and that's what this Bible is all about. It's about brotherhood. And you need to important to take the brainwashing and the religion out of your mind, you know what I'm saying, out of your spirit, and thinking that you're equal to the white man. I'm saying, oh, you're equal to the African or equal to the Chinese, when there is no equality in this Bible. I'm saying there's somebody above and there's somebody that's at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? There's a chosen and there's a not a chosen. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? You are the chosen. You are the righteous and the godly. You know what I'm saying? And you have the wicked and the sinners. You know what I'm saying? And the liars. And one of them is being the so-called Jews, man. They are not the chosen people, right? Read on.
Kind of a kind. But are the synagogue of Satan.
They are.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
That's what the Lord calls them, man. You know what I'm saying? They are of the synagogue of Satan. Who worships in synagogues today? Right? The so-called Jewish man, man. You know what I'm saying? The Jews has never been white. They've always been black. You know what I'm saying? And you need to reclaim your heritage because you come from a rich heritage, man. You descend from people like King David, King Solomon. You know what I'm saying? Great men of the Bible. Hezekiah. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah, Ezekiel. That's who you descend from, black man. You know what I'm saying? But you've been cut off from your heritage and your history, man. Who were you before you became a slave in America? What was your nationality? You know what I'm saying? They try to make it seem like you started out just as a slave. You know what? Growing up generationally, that's how we look at each other now. You know what I'm saying? As black people. And you got black people that like to separate themselves and claim to be the African American, or they don't want to be looked at as the same niggas in the ghetto. They try to wear the suits and the ties and all of that stuff because they don't want to be looked at as the same niggas from the ghetto and all that. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? The Lord loved those cats that's in the ghetto. He loved those brothers that's in the barrios and the reservation. You know why? Because they descend from a rich heritage, man. And that is the chosen people, Lord, which is the children of Israel, right? Any more on that?
Sir.
Let me get Matthew 6 and 31.
Sir.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 31. Therefore, take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink?
Right.
Or wherewithal, wherewithal shall we be clothed?
Right. And unfortunately, due to the fact that we're under this oppression, suffering in poverty in these four corners of the earth, naturally, natural instinct is to that's what you will dwell on, is on survival. Thinking about how you gonna eat the next day. What clothes you gonna cover yourself with to keep you warm. How you gonna get a roof over your head. And we've been pushed in that condition, in that mind state right here in America. Saying at one point, black people, we had no choice to stick with one another. And doing that, we built towns and cities like Black Wall Street or like Harlem, or Rosewood or Detroit, different cities all across the US where black people, we know we had those basic necessities taken care of, like food and the clothes and all of that stuff. But unfortunately, since we joined ourselves with our oppressor during the civil rights movement, we lost all those things, man. We became disenfranchised in America. And now we sitting in the ghetto all day thinking about how I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna clothe myself. I'm gonna feed my babies, man. Guess what, man? You don't have to turn to crime or turn to hating your brother by selling drugs and doing all types of stuff just so you can survive. Man should not live by bread alone, right? Read on.
Sir. For after all these things do the Gentiles seek.
Right. This is what the other nations seek, man. The conquistadors that came here to the US, man, they done stole all type of wealth from the natives that was on this land. From the Indians, from the Taino Indians, taking all their gold out of their islands, man. They kill and slaughter just for gold, just for oil. They'll bomb countries for oil. You know what I'm saying? Hell, Esau sold his birthright for a damn red steak or meat or whatever that wasn't even cooked yet, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they are carnal, man. When the Lord made us to be spiritual by following his laws, man. You don't have to kill and destroy one another for that, man. The Lord still sees value in you, even though you're still struggling in America. You know what I'm saying? But the way you can get out of it is turning to the Most High, right?
Sir. For your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things.
Right. You don't think the Lord don't know that you need these basic necessities? The Lord knows that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the same power that created everything on this earth. He created everything and redeemed you out of this hell, out of Egypt, out of so much captivity. The Lord redeemed us and showed his power on this earth. You know what I'm saying? You don't think he'll give you a sandwich or something to eat or clothes to wear? Ain't nothing hard for the Most High, man. The thing is, you gotta be willing not to compromise integrity just to get it. You got to be willing not to cut your morality short just so you can obtain things, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, the Most High Lord will give you all those things plus more. You know what I'm saying? He'll give you rulership. He'll give you land and government and a country, all of that. This whole planet Earth, man. All you got to do is serve Him. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Got on the concert, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of power.
What should you do?
Seek ye first the kingdom of the power
Read on.
and his righteousness.
Right. What is that talking about? How do you seek the kingdom of the Most High? Does that mean to go into church and sing hallelujah or pay your pastor all your hard working earning money, the pastor in tithes? What is that talking about, Kanat?
So like you said, when it's referring to like all his righteousness, I would think they were talking about the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's talking about. Keeping his commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? And those the commandments that it's referring to, talking about the laws that's in this book. You know what I'm saying? And our king made it real simple for us, right? If you love the Lord with all that heart, that mind, that soul, and that strength, and the second is the same as the first, love thy brother as thyself, man. You have kept the law, man. You have completed by just doing those two things, man. You have to understand that your brother is in this condition, you know what I'm saying? And if you have some type of, benefits of this world, it is for you to share it with your brother, saying, or to take care of one another. The only reason you have those riches is for you to take care of your brothers and sisters that's in the ghetto, that's in the barrio, that's in the reservations, man. You know what I'm saying? Those that everybody forgot about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can care less what goes on in the ghetto. They don't care about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They don't care that you don't have no food to eat at night. They don't care about these things, man. But the Lord does care. Right? He cares enough that he's willing to destroy this place as long as you serve him. You know what I'm saying? Any more on that?
Cut on my concert. It said, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Mm-hmm. All these things shall be added unto you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, man should not live by bread alone. You know what I'm saying? That's not your key to survival, man. You know what I'm saying? That's only temporary. You know what I'm saying? After that grub runs out, then what? You gonna live your life just so you can fill up your belly? You know what I'm saying? When life is more important than just that, man. You know what I'm saying? What's important that we make sure that we come back to the Most High by loving one another, man. You know what I'm saying? Treating one another with respect and viewing one another with value, man. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the importance of a black man or Hispanic man and a Native Indian, right? Any more?
That's it for verse 33, sir. Unless you want me to go to 34.
Now you can drop that. Let me get Exodus chapter 2, verse 23.
Cut on concert.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass in process of time
Mm-hmm.
that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage.
By what?
By reason of the bondage.
So this is talking about the time when we was under the Egyptians, right? We was in captivity in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And once one of the king died when we first got there, you know what I'm saying, we start to be oppressed by the other king that came after that. You know what I'm saying? We start to be oppressed and mistreated and beaten and destroyed in Egypt, man. You know what I'm saying? And we sighed and cried due to our oppression. Well, guess what? Those same people that was in Egypt over 6,000 years ago, you are the same people that's in, you know what I'm saying, in America here in captivity. You know why? Because you are the children of Israel. And it's prophesied in this book. If you don't keep the commandments, that the Lord will bring us into Egypt again. You know what I'm saying? Meaning a second time. You know what I'm saying? Talking about our bondage. You're going to put us in bondage again. You know what I'm saying? Well, right now, we're still sighing and crying. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to plead here in America. You know what I'm saying? But the Bible's going to describe who you should plead to. Should you plead to Joe Biden or to your local politician? You know what I'm saying? Or to your police chief? You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give you any help, man. In your condition, there's one way to get out of this. Like, read on.
Concert. And they cried, and their cry came up unto the power by reason of the bondage.
Right? They did what?
They cried,
Mm-hmm.
and their cry came up unto the power by reason of the bondage.
Right. Don't that sound familiar, black man? You know what I'm saying? You still crying right now in the ghetto, suffering without no leadership, without nobody to have no compassion towards you or nor pity towards you. You know what I'm saying? Your pastor can care less about you. He only cares about his wealth, about what he can gain from this world. And he
Like
teach
you said.
you how to be selfish the same. Go ahead.
Yes, like you said, if I may, what you're bringing out is heavy. And when I was just sitting thinking about when I read this, when the children of Israel cried, the Most High sent Moses to show them the way back to to him and to serve him to bring them out.
Right.
When our people cried, well today in today's sense, the Most High sent Commander Junior Yohana to show us back to the way to the Most High, but our people don't see it. They running
Right.
after their pastor that's keeping them in bondage,
Right.
and not bondage of like slavery, but bondage of slavery to their lust and to all the wrongdoings, and not doing what they supposed to do. So, like you, sir.
Nah, damn right, boy. Damn right. Because man, it's the same thing, man. They see the our oppressors more valuable than the next black man. You know what I'm saying? They hold our oppressor's word to be more valuable than the words of a black man. You know what I'm saying? With the words that we read about right now are the words of a black man. You know what I'm saying? Moses was black. Christ is black. All the great prophets that deliver us from captivities and brought us back to the Most High, they all was either black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, man. So-called black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord chose us, man. And there's value in that, man. And like you said, man, the Lord chose right now Commander Jenny Yohana, you know what I'm saying, to show us how to get back to the Most High. So we can be delivered out of this hellhole. You know what I'm saying? Your pastor's only worried about himself. He's only worrying about that dollar. You know what I'm saying? You got pastors named the money. Creflo Dollar. That don't seem suspicious to you? I will never go to a church with a cat named Dollar in it. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
like I said, that sound like a pimp named Slickback. That sound like a that sound like a pimp name, like for real. Creflo Dollar.
Right.
That sound like like this nigga. Well, he is pimping. He pimping the congregation, so I guess that is
Is
true.
exactly right. Right. You know what I'm saying? His buildings be filled with members. Filled with members. And he display himself as a Greek acid and on full display. You know what I'm saying? And nobody bat the eye at him, man. He got, money laid out on the pulpit. He running on the money, talking about he blessing the money. That's what your pastors is doing, man. You know what I'm saying? They trying to tell you that that money is more valuable than serving the Most High. That money is more valuable than you turning and stop doing with the lust that you're doing and the evil that you're doing to turn back to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Well, nothing is more valuable than a black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's the greatest thing that we can do right now. You know what I'm saying? We have to do that by making sure that we see the value in one another, right? Any more on that, Warrior?
Also the verses 24. if you want to go to that, but it's Tawab if you wasn't, sir.
Yeah, what 24 say? Let me just see.
It says, and the power heard their groaning, and the
Mm.
power remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob.
Right, that's yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's good. You know what I'm saying? The Lord heard the children of Israel cries, man. You know why? Because they cried unto the Most High. They pleaded for their life unto the Most High, man. It didn't say they went to Pharaoh. They didn't say they went unto the Egyptians and whoever the viceroy that was at that time, whoever was in power. You know what I'm saying? The children of Israel was in bondage and they cried unto the Most High, man. Well, right now, the children of Israel are still in bondage in 2021. We're still in captivity, man. Still in poverty. Still in this hellhole in America being abused, man. You know what I'm saying? But we got to cry unto our power, man. We have to plead our cause to our God, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he sees value in you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's better to fall in the hands of the Most High than to fall in the hands of your enemy. You know what I'm saying? Because with the Most High, you can at least get some mercy. You know what I'm saying? And he's willing to show you mercy, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Your oppressor will never give you mercy, man. He just wants you to rot and die in that prison cell. He wants you to rot and die while you on drugs, getting high, being a whore, in the ghetto, in the barrios, in the reservation. You know what I'm saying? What the Lord chose you for something better. You have a purpose on this earth, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian. And your purpose is not to be the biggest, the wealthiest drug dealer. Your purpose is not to be the wealthiest nigga alive on earth. Your purpose is for you to redeem your nation and to serve the Most High. And we have to be selfless and realize there's value in one another in order to do so, right? Any more on that? What 25 say? Let me just see what 25.
Kind of on con, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Exodus chapter 2, verse 25. And the power looked upon the children of Israel, and the power had respect unto them.
Mm-hmm. Listen, the Lord will only have respect unto you if you turn to him, man. That's what's important, man. Right? So drop that. Let me get Jeremiah 31 and 16. All right. So due to this oppression, you know what I'm saying, we become like our oppressors, man. We become transformed in the mindset of our oppressors, man, and those that hate us, right? And with that mindset, with that philosophy, you know what I'm saying, masked in Christianity, right? And it causes us to treat one another with a certain type of hatred or a lack of respect, man. You know what I'm saying? And you learn all of that from your oppressor, man. Everything we just read about right now is only targeted towards black, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We just read all that showing how you are worth being rulers over this earth, that you should not be equal or underneath anybody on this earth. The Lord is calling you great and calling you special and calling you rich. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're in this hellhole. Well, guess what? You got to turn to both sides so the Lord can fulfill his promise, man. He already kept the end of his deal. You know what I'm saying? He just waiting on you, black man. Right? You got that for me, warrior?
Kind of on con, sir. I have
Oh, you go ahead.
the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, verse 16. Thus says the Most High, refrain thy voice from weeping,
Mm-hmm.
and thy eyes from tears.
Right, man. We're right now. This is what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? You got black mothers that's crying over their sons from being gunned down by these police officers, man. You have our Mexican brothers and sisters that's crying over their children that's gone missing at the border. You know what I'm saying? We are weeping right now in this captivity. You know why? Because we're suffering. We're suffering because these other nations can care less about you, right? Read on.
Kind of on con, sir. for thy work shall be rewarded,
Mm-hmm.
says the Most High. And they shall come again from the land of the enemy,
Right. From the land of who?
from the land of the enemy.
Right. If we turn to the Most High, Lord will deliver us, man. But you got to understand that you are right now in the land of your enemies. Right? Your oppressor is your enemy. The so-called white man is your enemy. You know what I'm saying? No friend would put a friend into captivity. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the Habibi that's on the corner store, he is your enemy. The nail salon, the Chinese restaurant, all these other nations are your enemies, man. You know what I'm saying? They are not your friends. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit and your loyalty should only belong to the Most High and your people. It should be exclusively for your people and your people alone. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? We're taught otherwise by our pastors, right? When this is basic logic. You know what I'm saying? This is basic understanding that every nation practice amongst their land. Every nation creates laws or government that caters to their nation or to their society. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get culture. It's just common sense to build a border so you can make sure you can protect the people that's within your nation. The problem is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you don't realize this place is not your nation. This is not your country. This is not your land. We need a border of our own, land of our own, a culture of our own that only caters to us. And guess what? You're going to find that in the Bible. This book is Black history. You know what I'm saying? And every record, every word that's written in there is catering to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because you are the chosen people of God. You are the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? And that's worth something on this earth. That's worth more than what you have in your pocket or what's in your bank account. All right, read on.
Kana one concert.
What verse you on? 17?
Kana one concert.
You can read on.
Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 17. And there is hope in thy end,
Mm-hmm.
saith the Most High,
Right.
that thy children shall come again unto their own border.
Until where?
Unto their own border.
Man, there's hope in the Most High, man. Listen, there is no hope here in America. You won't find no hope here in America. The American way has destroyed us, man. It made us destroyed and drug dealers and criminals and haters of one another by practicing the American way. You know what I'm saying? The Lord called us to be separate, man, from everybody else that's on the face of this earth. And once we start to realize that we're separate and we're different from everybody else, we'll start to live like it. And once we do that, the Lord will put us above it, man. He'll take you out of the condition that you in. All right. Any more on that on 16?
Law, sir.
All right. Let me get Romans 9 and 6. All right. Why you think Christ was going all throughout Israel saving his people? He only came for the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And Christ was not amongst the rich and the wealthy. He was not around the politicians and people that he can benefit from. You know what I'm saying? He was around the people that was in the ghetto, man. He cared for his people that was struggling, man. You know what I'm saying? That's who Christ was amongst. And that's who he was around. Even the Pharisees try to accuse him, was like, man, you just be around sinners all day. You know what I'm saying? Well, your pastor, he looks down on you. You don't really follow Christ. You know what I'm saying? If you really follow Christ, he will teach you that the importance of serving the Most High. He'll teach you why it's important for us to stick together and take care of our community. The same way Christ did. He took care of his community. You know what I'm saying? And that same spirit still lives in the Isupk. We take care of all so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians as it was commanded us to do. You know what I'm saying? Because we see the value in you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You know what I'm saying? Those drugs don't have to be your end. that one bad decision that you made a couple years back that got you jammed up now, that don't have to be your end, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't think yourself is as worthless just because you ain't got $1 million mansion. Just because you're not driving in a Rolls Royce like your pastor told you to have. Thinking that's what's gonna make you blessed and highly favored, man. The value that's in you is the blood that's flowing through your veins, man. And the blood that's flowing through your veins, the Lord made a covenant with your forefathers. And that covenant is that you keep his commandments, man, to the death and to the end. And you don't break it for nothing, no matter money or nothing like that, man. Right? What I call for 9 and 26?
Sir. Romans 9 and 6. You said
All right.
26 or 6?
26, 9 and 26.
Sir.
All right, you go
The
ahead.
book of Romans. The book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 26. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the Most High. Children of the living power.
Right. This is how you know that this is only talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? What place is it? What are we be called? What is so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are being called today here in America?
It's like it, sir.
Go ahead.
Everything but the children of God.
Right. We're called the niggas, worthless, spicks, hood rats, or whatever, man. They come up with so many bywords to call you. And like the brother said, but the children of the Most High. And that's happening here in our captivity. You know what I'm saying? Here in America, man. We're looked at as worthless people, man. People that should just die off, right? Like Officer Kawan said, a minority. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at as the minority. You know what I'm saying? The bottom, the criminals, the thugs, all of that, man. Remember when Trayvon Martin got killed? They try to, demonize him and call him a thug just because he had a hoodie on. Every black person that gets shot down by an unarmed officer, they try to dig up his past. And see, he deserved that, man. Look how he lived. That's the same thing they doing with George Floyd. Man, with that whole, they trying to push the narrative because he was on prescription pills is why he died, man. Well, name one white person that suffered from the opioid epidemic being choked out right now. Go to their neighborhoods. They have recreational centers, rehabilitation centers that's helping out those white devils, Salaki, those Edomites that's suffering from the opioid crisis, man. Well, guess what? When you suffer from it, from your addictions, and you trying to fight it off, you know what you get? You get a knee on your neck, man. That's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Because they look at you as you are worthless and not the children of God. They call you African American. They call you Haitian. They call you Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Mexican. All these names and identities that came from our oppressors. Well, guess what? The same place where we're not looked at as children of God is going to be known that we are. That's why we bringing out this information. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have brothers, you know what I'm saying, that's in this school that's bringing out this information day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? And the best of them all is Commander Jenny Yohana, you know what I'm saying, who stood and held on to the truth. You know what I'm saying? So our brothers and sisters can gain this knowledge, their worth.
Salaki, sir, if I could.
You on here? Go ahead, soldier.
Colonel Khan, Salaki, I just wanted to jump in. What you just said is so heavy, sir, because I work in the insurance industry, and what you was asking about, name any oppressor, any of our oppressors with the opioid epidemic that have been choked out. Salaki, sir, the thing about that is that they have even created in their medical system, in their insurance system, they have opioid treatment at $0 for these crackers to be able to get off opioid treatment. Name the $0 copayment treatment for crack addicts. Name for marijuana addicts, for those
Mm-hmm.
things that they push into our communities. Those things they don't address. But for opioid treatment right now, it is a free service under any insurance.
Good night, man. That's
White man
crazy.
is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? The white man is definitely the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? And they love to make them, make them out to be the victim. You know what I'm saying? They didn't give you the benefit of that when you was on crack. You know what I'm saying? When you're just trying to fight your crack addiction, you know what I'm saying? They think is A-okay for you to get choked out just because you're high on opioids. Saying that is no excuse for you to die, black. You know what I'm saying? That's no excuse for you to suffer in these streets, in the ghettos, in the barrios and reservations. Yeah, we're on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? But there's still value in a nigga, man. There's still value in the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You know what I'm saying? And we need to have that compassion towards one another. The same way these oppressors got compassion towards their own. Understand that opioid is an epidemic and is a crisis that needs to be fixed. So when it started plaguing their communities, when drugs was plaguing their communities, they didn't start incarcerating white people. They didn't go in the white community and put their knees on their neck because they hide opioids. Like the brother said, they gave them $0 co-payment for opioid treatment, man. That's what they gave them, man. They gave them an excuse, compassion, and as if they are the chosen people of God. When they're not the children of God, man. You know what I'm saying? You are the children of God, man. And we are telling you in the same land of our captivity. You know what I'm saying? In the land of our captivity, just like in Egypt, we cried unto the Most High, man. And the Lord heard us, man. But if we do that right now, here in this place, even in America, at the bottom, the Lord will still hear you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's heavy, man. Any more down 26?
La, sir.
All right, let me get Baruch 2 and 30. All right, you know what I'm saying? Don't let the devil deceive you, man. You know what I'm saying? Our spirit has been so crushed down, and our self-esteem as a nation has been beat down so much that we don't think that there's no way out this hellhole, man. You know what I'm saying? So all we do is just get high. You know what I'm saying? Just pop pills, drink alcohol, drink lean, smoke weed all day, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the hope has been sucked out of us, man. You know what I'm saying? Our life is worthless, man. And we think the life of another black man is worthless, man. So we go out and gangbang and do all of that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? The Lord have something different for you, man. He actually has a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And your pastor, you're not gonna find that purpose in the Christian church. You're not gonna find that purpose trying to celebrate what they got going, Ramadan. That is not your culture, man. You are not an Arab. You know what I'm saying? You looking at them like they're great, like you have to be an Arab to celebrate Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? What about the black religion? You know what I'm saying? The black culture, our customs, our ways, man. You know what I'm saying? It's only found in this Bible, right? Who got that Baruch 30?
I got it, sir.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Mm-hmm.
But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
They shall what?
They shall remember themselves.
What is that talking about?
Shalaki, sir.
All right.
They shall remember, like how you said, they shall remember their culture. They shall remember who they are. Like in the land where it said that they are not the Lord's people, in that same land they shall be called the children of God. Like they gonna remember that they are Israel. They gonna
Mm.
remember who they are.
Right. Exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? We remember these laws. And we're gonna hold on to these laws, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me Deuteronomy 6 and 4 real quick. Just hold on, Baruch. Get Deuteronomy 6:4 or 4:6, where it says this is gonna be our wisdom. I think
Like I said, 4 and 6.
it's 4:6. All right, the water. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? This is something that we should hold on to, man. These laws is valuable, and it was only given to the children of Israel. It was not given to nobody else but you so-called Black Spanish and Native Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? We should come back to it in the land of our captivity. You got that for me real quick?
Sir.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 6. Keep therefore and do them,
Mm-hmm.
for this is your wisdom.
For this is what?
This is your wisdom.
This is your wisdom, black man. This is what makes you great. You know what I'm saying? This is who makes you who you are. These laws that's written in this book. You know what I'm saying? No amount of money will make you be respected on this earth. You know what I'm saying? There was the cat that was in full army uniform got pepper sprayed by a white police officer. You know what I'm saying? You think you can join yourself to oppressor and think you're gonna be treated fairly on this earth?
so like it, sir.
Come on, go ahead.
And also, when the general was bringing out last night on the video, that oppressor told that man that was in the army uniform, you should know to obey, because what's going to happen to you? You about to ride the lightning, boy.
Good night.
Like you had on a military uniform, you should know how to obey me then.
Kind. Good night, man. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And that's a man that serves in the U.S. military. And you don't think he getting paid for doing that? He getting paid for doing that. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting in those wars for the white man. You know what I'm saying? And they still look at him as another nigga. As another nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? When you gonna realize there's no way of changing your oppressor's heart or changing his mind? There's no way of changing his heart, man. What you need to realize to see the value in yourself and the value in one another. And understand the importance of serving the Most High. That's what you need to realize. You can build your own nation up. You know what I'm saying? Any more on that?
Sir.
Go ahead.
And your understanding in the sight of the nations.
In the sight of who?
And your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Mm-hmm.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Right, man. Who taught you otherwise, black man? Hispanic man, Native Indian? Who taught you it's okay to go out and vote? To be a Christian? To be a Catholic? Who taught you it's okay to celebrate all these holidays and be a traitor to your people just so you can gain wealth? You know what I'm saying? We are destroyed right now because we turned against our power and from these laws that's written in the book. You know what I'm saying? And we need this salvation, right? So the Lord can redeem you. He can show you mercy as long as you turn. Jump me back to Baruch 2:30.
Sir. Do you want me to read it again, sir?
Baruch Kashar.
The book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves.
They're going to remember themselves, man. Like the brother said before, man. We're going to come back to our identity, come back to these laws, and regain our spirit back, man. Regain all the things that make us great. And no more are we going to be what the oppressors pushed us to be. You know what I'm saying? No more are we going to be looked at as what the oppressors want us to be. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is gearing you up to rule this black man. You know what I'm saying? And you can't rule this earth getting high. You know what I'm saying? You can't rule this earth loving your oppressor, man. You can't rule this earth by destroying one another, man, with a lack of brotherhood. The only way you're going to get any position of authority on this earth is doing what the Lord tells you to do. You know what I'm saying? And separate from these nations. Come back to your identity, man. And you'll see the value in a nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Any more on that?
Sure, that's it for verse 30. For verse 30.
All right, let me get Matthew 5. Start me at verse 5.
Sir.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
Right. Don't this verse sound familiar? All right. I'm sure you heard this plenty of times in the Christian church. You know what I'm saying? Your pastor would love to put this particular scripture right here. Meanwhile, he's robbing everybody in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? He's teaching you that it's all about prosperity and what God can do for you. You know what I'm saying? He'll never teach you what you need to do for the Most High and to better your community, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord did not choose him as a leader. The Lord chose Commander General and the men in the Isupk. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because we follow this book more than anything in this world. We hold our culture and our identity more valuable than anything on this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian needs to do, right? Read on.
Verse 6. Blessed are they which hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled.
Right. You hunger and thirst, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to be filled with something spiritual, you know what I'm saying? And the understanding on how to get out of this condition, search it in these scriptures, man. Do it through the Most High and not through your religion and not through the Christian church. The Lord is calling you blessed, man. Even though you suffering physically, man, but there's something greater in you, Black man. And that has not been revealed yet because you're doing it through the Christian church. You're doing it how your oppressor wants you to do it. The only thing they say great is how fast he can run or how hard he can slam dunk on that hoop. You know what I'm saying? You are not called to be the white man's entertainment. You're not called to be the piggy bank for our oppressor. You are called to be the rulers of the earth, man. And you don't need to be on the TV screen or to be famous in order to realize that. Right? Read on.
Sir. Verse 8. Blessed are the pure in heart. Verse 7. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see the power.
Right. This is Christ speaking to the children of Israel, man. He sees value in you, man. He's a Black man from the ghetto, just like you. And he's giving you the instructions and the righteous hope that you need to get through this oppression, man. We gonna need one another in this oppression. You can't be greedy and forget about those that's behind you, man, in the ghetto. You only worry about yourself, man. Well, guess what? You gotta think about your nation and not only for me or not only for yourself. It's about us as a collective, man. And Christ, he understood that. So when he spoke to the children of Israel as a collective and letting them know, those that's on the bottom, there's hope for you. There's an opportunity for you, right? Read on.
Verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they should be called the children of the power. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake,
Mm-hmm.
for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you,
Mm-hmm.
and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely, for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven.
Right. Hold on to Integrity, black man. Hold on to that. You got man. I was so disappointed in Kid Cudi. Man, that boy rocking that whole dress on full out display, man. You know,
Salakia, sir.
kind of go.
He broke. He need the money.
It's
That's what they
dank.
do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. They put you at. They give you a taste of that high life, and then they drop you in the hole and say, okay, well, you remember all those things you had? This is what you got to do now to obtain it. You got to put on this dress. It's gonna be funny. Just put it on
Right.
and see how many doors open for you. But all them doors are doors of evil.
God, you know how destructive that is for these young black kids to see something like that, man. You know, they pushing this agenda on our children. It's very, very true, man. They make it to where this is the only way you're gonna eat on this earth is by compromising your integrity. You know what I'm saying? For not willing to suffer for the most high. That's the only way you're gonna eat on this earth. The Lord said it's against for a man to put on a dress. I'm saying a man to wear a woman's attire, right? The Lord is against that, man. And listen, you should be willing to be persecuted and go through hell in this oppression in order for you to make sure you don't break his commandments, man. Make sure that you will never put on a dress or do anything against the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is calling those people blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? So listen, you might have those riches, you might have a good check from that performance, but at the end of the day, call your manhood short, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you compromise your manhood just for $1. You ain't got to do that, black man. Right? Any more on that?
Uh, kind of on concert.
All right, go ahead.
For so persecuted they the prophets which are before you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it on that, sir.
All right. Read the next verse. Keep on going.
Kind of on
Bible.
Matthew, Matthew the 5th, Matthew 5:13. Ye are the salt of the earth.
Yo, what?
Ye are the salt of the earth.
The Lord sees value in you, black man. You are the salt of the earth. Why you gotta trim your ways to seek love on this earth? You ain't gotta compromise yourself. The Lord calls you the salt of the earth. Read on.
But if the salt have lost its savor, Salaki,
Mm-hmm.
wherewith shall it be salted?
Right, meaning it's flavor. Then it's useless. You're not gonna put it in your dish. You're not gonna salt in your dish. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? We bring flavor to this earth, man. We bring something special onto this earth, but we losing it because we're not turning to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We're doing what our oppressors want us to do by going against the law, statute, commandments, which cause us to be further destroyed. It may seem like it's a gain because, you know, you got Jay-Z, who's a billionaire, Kanye West, a billionaire, Oprah, billionaires, or millionaires, whatever they are. You know what I'm saying? It may seem like we're in a good position, but if you look at us as a collective and as a whole, we are still being oppressed and destroyed, man. Those same people that I mentioned, they have not done nothing in order to help you out in your condition, man. They left you out to die and figure it out for yourself, to wither away and die, man.
Salaki, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Though Christ ain't forget about you, man. The Most High didn't forget about you in your condition. Go ahead, soldier.
No, I was just finna say, Salaki, what you said is heavy because a few years back when Oprah went to visit Europe, they treated her like a nigga. Like
Right.
they treated her like a straight up nigga. Like you would think that she was working at McDonald's or something. Like she was nobody. Like she was nobody to them people over there. And that goes to show, like you saying, like just because you got all that wealth, they might look at you as something over here, but overall, they still see you as worthless.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much money you got.
That's very true, man. I forgot about that. She was like in Sweden or something like that. Went inside the store and they treated her like a straight up nigga. You know what I'm saying? And with those same millions, she takes that and builds schools in Africa. Build water systems in Africa. Meanwhile, your schools are ran down here in America. And she from Chicago, ain't she?
Kind
You
out
know,
of my kind.
right? The crime rate is high in Chicago, man. You know why? They're in poverty. They're in hell. They're in a state of survival. So they're doing anything to survive. Well, guess what? A little bit won't hurt. A few bucks won't hurt, man. You're a billionaire on this earth. You know what I'm saying? But you're not willing to help your people because you're stuck in the mindset and the philosophy of our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Stuck in Christianity, thinking that we're all one and we're all equal. You know what I'm saying? The reason why Oprah is great, Jay-Z is great, Michael Jackson, or any entertainer, you know what I'm saying, or any great black person or that's being praised here in America is because the spirit that's in them, the blood that flows through their veins, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is only supposed to be for their own nation, man. That's how the Lord set it up to be. These oppressors don't care about you. They only use you just so you can make them rich. You know what I'm saying? Any more on that?
Uh, uh, kind out of my kind, sir.
All right.
Wherewith shall they be salted?
Mm-hmm.
Salakia. It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot by men.
Right. So, mind you, man, remember this, man, black man, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You know what I'm saying? When you see another brother, that is the salt right there, man. I'm saying you see a brother that looks like he's down and out and destroyed or whatever, he is still worth something. You know what I'm saying? You'll see another sister that's in a messed up condition or a predicament, they're still worth something, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord called them to be chosen people, man. So we got to stop looking down on one another, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop doing that and realize there is value in being a black or being a so-called Hispanic or so-called Native Indian. There's value in that, man. And I thank the Most High for it, man. I say the word nigga until my teeth turn white. You know what I'm saying? I say nigga like it's going out of style, man. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Talk, you know why? Because they try to use that or say, even though that word means black, that's what it simply means. But guess what? They try to use that and spin it as those are the worthless people, the people that's on the bottom. And we shouldn't, identify with that word because that was once used to destroy us. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? The people that's on the bottom that's destroyed, everybody can care less about, that say that they're lazy and ignorant. Guess what? I'll be that. You know why? That's who God loves. That's who God cares about. God cares about the niggas, man. When I say nigga, I'm talking about every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. That's who God cares about. He cares about the people that's on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? Those that's trying to separate themselves and be different and look like they're not that, man, you're still a nigga, man. And the Lord will remind you of that until you realize the only thing that's important on this earth is loving another nigga or caring for another nigga, right? Let me get Amos 6:1.
Kind out of my kind, sir.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Amos, chapter 6, verse 1. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion.
Talking about Israel, right? What's the word woe mean?
So, like you said, it means to destruction.
Destruction. So it's saying destruction to those that are at ease in Zion. What it means to be in ease.
Uh, to be relaxed, be
Right.
lukewarm.
Right. To be relaxed, to be comfortable with the little bit of crumbs that our oppressor is giving you, or to be content whatever this world is providing for you. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is saying destruction unto those that are at ease and of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who can care less about the ones that's suffering in the ghetto. Right? Read on.
Con. And trust in the mountain of Samaria,
Hmm.
which are named chief of the nations to whom the house of Israel came.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Other nations, we look them as they're valuable, like they're chief amongst this earth, or like they're the greatest thing of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? All the military might that America has, the Lord is going to destroy this place. All the wealth and the power that this country has, the Lord is going to wipe it all out, man. You know why he's going to wipe it out? He's going to wipe it out for a nigga. He's going to wipe it out for a Mexican man that sells corn on a corner. You're gonna wipe out for that one brother that's fighting to change his life, man. The people that nobody cares about, the Lord is willing to destroy nations for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't be at ease at this place. This place is not your rest. You know what I'm saying? This place is not your homeland, right? Read on.
Con. Verse 2. Pass ye unto Canaan and see, and from thence go ye to Hamath the great, then go down to Gath of the Philistines.
Mm-hmm.
Be they better than these kingdoms?
Right. These other nations, man. Examine the other nations, man. They're nothing compared to you, black man, Hispanic man, Native man. All these countries, whatever they got, is nothing compared to you. Even at our bottom, they still following us. You got Japanese trying to push the cholo culture in Japan right now. They get that from the Mexicans. Koreans doing Korean hip hop, Korean trap, all that stuff. That what's that? Afro beat. That's all from the Caribbeans, man. They just put their own little Hamite spin on it. Even when you're at the bottom, they still make you, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? You got to see that same value within one another, man. The hell with these other nations. Ain't none of them as great as you, right? Read on.
Con. Or their border greater than your borders?
Mm-hmm.
Ye that put far away the evil day.
Right, the evil day, man. We're oppressed right now. We're in that evil day. You know what I'm saying? Right now, man. We've been in that evil day for over 400 years here in America, being oppressed and destroyed, man. Read on.
And cause the seat of violence to come near.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They love to pacify us, man, and accuse us and blame us as if it's niggas' fault, man. It's hard to even hold a conversation with certain type of brothers, man, because they love to blame black people for the problem. Everything that happens is always a black man's fault. Like nobody holds the white man accountable for what he did or the role that he played, or these other nations that nobody holds them accountable. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? Somebody got to hold them accountable, right? And your politician is trying to game you up and make you think that it's all a fairy tale and that one day we're all gonna love each other, man. Well, because he told you that day of violence came unto you, that day of evil that we've been suffering for 400 years and found no solution in, is still continuing in this America, man, in this country, right? Read on.
Con. Verse 4. That lie upon beds of ivory.
That do what?
That lie upon beds of ivory.
Meaning they're wealthy. These are cats who can care less about what's going on in the ghetto. They can care less about what's going on in the reservations in the barrio. You know why? Because they got beds of ivory. They got that good cushion bed, man, that they sleep comfortably in a $2 million home. They can care less about what's going on, man. Well,
Salaki, sir.
they should not forget about their people. I told you.
No, I was just saying, did you see the article about the Black Lives Matter lady just bought a $2 million, what is it, $2 million or a $1 million house? Like she got multiple properties up in the millions, like half millions and millions of
Right.
dollars. The
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter lady.
Yeah, yep, that is true. Yeah, that just came out. I think it was like $4 million or something like that.
Wow.
About
Good
some,
night.
yeah, about like $4 million she made, or spent on a home or something like that, that she made from people who was funding Black Lives Matter. Because you
Mm,
know
mm,
what?
mm.
She wants to be at ease, man. She wants to get comfortable and complacent in this oppression. She thinks it's better that she get those $4 million homes to utilize that money into something useful or to giving it to the niggas in the ghetto. Who cares about them? They just gonna die off on drugs. They just gonna get high and shoot each other up, man. You know what I'm saying? You should not. This is very unfortunate on how we being treated right now. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord will give us justice. The Lord will give you justice, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord actually cares. He sees the value in black people, and we gotta see the value in one another, man. So you beds of ivory, read on.
And stretch themselves upon their couches.
Right. They living comfortably. They living good. They stretch themselves upon their couch. They feel no pressure into saving their own. Read on.
Kind of a concert. And eat the lambs out of the flock.
Right. They eat good. They eat the finest of meals. You know what I'm saying? While you scrounging for crumbs, man. Past to eat good, man. While you can barely pay for your groceries. Right? Because they can care less about what goes on, man. Read on.
And the calves out of the midst of the stall.
Mm-hmm.
That chant to the sound of the vow.
Right. They go to those events, you know what I'm saying, where they the only niggas in that events, you know what I'm saying, is nothing but wine and cheese and crackers. And crackers talk about the mill crackers and white people, you know what I'm saying? That's what they love to be around, you know what I'm saying? They want to be at ease and feel comfortable with the place that they in. You know what I'm saying? Well, your wealth does not make you righteous, man. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having a certain amount of money or making good money here in this oppression. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is if you have that money, first pay your tithes and also take care of your people. Don't forget about your people that's suffering, man. Because they gonna need your help, man. And if you're willing to do it, the Lord will step up, man. And you will lose your wealth that you think that's so valuable on this earth. Right? Read on.
Come. And invent to themselves instruments of music like David.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's making a comparison, right? David loved music. He played music, you know what I'm saying? But he made his music talking against the other nations, talking about, the struggle of Israel, talking about his people and the love for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They listen to their music so they can be at ease. They love to be distracted of what's going on in this world. They just want to live as comfortable as possible and forget about the rest. Read on.
Come. That drank wine in bowls and
Drink.
anoint themselves. Oh, sorry.
My fault. I was gonna say they drink good. They drinking good. Read on.
And anoint themselves with the chief ointments.
Mm-hmm.
But they are not grieved for the affliction of Joseph.
Right. Joseph talking about the tribes of Israel. They're not grieved by it at all. You know why? Because they have beds of ivory. They drinking wine out of bowls. They stretch themselves on their couches. They're comfortable with their wealth. They're comfortable of what the white man can give them because they think that's far more valuable than saving a black man or saving a Hispanic man or a native Indian man. You know what I'm saying? Well, Christ was the exact opposite. Christ cared about the poor and cared about his people. This is what we talking about tonight is the exact opposite of prosperity that your pastor loves to preach. Life is not all about what you can gain out of it, man. That's not what love is. Love is not always what you benefit from it. What are you willing to give and to show that you love the Most High? Are you willing to stop eating pork, eating crab, shrimp, and lobster? Stop celebrating holidays? Stop joining your oppressor? If you really don't love the Most High, that's what you will do. All right? Damn right, Rakam. You know what I'm saying? Trooper Rakam says, Salaki, if they're comfortable selling their people out as our forefathers did Joseph. Right, man. You know what I'm saying? They put Joseph in a pit and let him go into Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And our same leaders today, man, are comfortable with us being oppressed and with us being destroyed. They're comfortable because they getting all the pleasures of this world. So if you're willing to suffer now and stick with your people and go through it right now, there is a reward at the end of it. You will receive the benefits and all the blessings that the Most High promised you as long as you stick with your own people and love your own people, man. You know what I'm saying? Any more on that?
La, sir.
All right. Drop me that. Get Proverbs 14 and 20.
Con, sir.
Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 20. The poor is hated, even of his own neighbor.
Of his own people. The poor is hated, man. The poor of our people is hated on this earth. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
But the rich have many friends.
Right. But the rich, they love to be included with everybody. You know why? Because that furthers their dollar. Meanwhile, we are the hardest working people in America. Black people is what built America up, man. Hispanics is what built America up. We the one that was picking the cotton, picking the vegetables, picking the fruit. You know what I'm saying? Building all these inventions. But meanwhile, we don't receive none of the benefits from it. Name one stock that black people have in cotton. Where's the Black Cotton Company? You would have thought we would have had it if all the damn cotton that we picked. You know what I'm saying? You have, our rich of our people that made, multi-million-dollar deals with these oppressors, man. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, we don't own no stock in that industry. You know what I'm saying? Even though we are the ones that's making them wealthy, buying their products. We made them great, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, you need to turn around and provide that for your own people and not for these other nations. That's what you need to do. Right? You need to realize that the Lord did not require you to have those riches for you to be selfish and to hate your brother. That's not why he gave you that money, for you to stunt on your brother or to show it on Instagram or throw it in a strip club and throw it in the sky and all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? What you need to do, if you have some wealth, take care of your people, man. Don't forget about your nation. Don't forget about your people, man. Because if you don't take care of them, we're going to continue to be destroyed, man. The Lord requires that we keep his commandments and we serve him, not to be chasing after the white man's wealth or chasing after this world's pleasure. You are to fear the Most High, man. Drop that. Let me get Zechariah chapter 2. Start me at verse 8. All right. So for everybody that's listening, make sure y'all click the link that's in the chat, right? That's under Isupk Florida on the Google Forms, so you can sign in for attendance. So if you don't have a Hebrew name, you're new to this school and you're looking to join this school, make sure you click on that link so you can be counted for attendance. All right.
Con, sir.
All right, you got that?
It says Zechariah 2 and 8, right?
Yeah.
Con. The book of Zechariah, chapter 2, verse 8. For thus says the Most High of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you.
Which what?
Which spoiled you.
Right. We've been destroyed by these other nations. Read on.
For he that toucheth you touches the apple of his eye.
Have done what?
For he that touches you touch the apple of his eye.
Right. Those that destroyed us, put us in this captivity. Guess what? You took something that was very valuable unto the Most High. You took something that the Lord cared about and took his time to nurture and teach and bring up, you know what I'm saying, with these laws and these records, man. You know what I'm saying? And those that misuse us and mistreat us and think that we're worthless, the Lord is you're gonna answer for that to the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord considers so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians as the apple of his eye. He sees the value in you. He understands that you are valuable on this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And you should see the same thing amongst one another and amongst yourself, right? Any more on that?
Slocky, sir, that's it for verse 8.
All right, let me get Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, verse 7.
Sir.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldst get a friend, prove him first,
Mm-hmm.
and be not haste to credit him.
What does it mean when it says prove him first? What is that talking about?
Salaki, sir, this is one of my favorite scriptures right here. These verses right here. It's telling you to, before you call a person your friend, go through a little bit of something with them. See what kind of person they is. Try their spirit. See if you know what I'm saying. If he asks you for $20 and you ain't got it, would he stop being your friend?
Mm-hmm.
Would he curse you? Or would he call you a liar? Or you know what I'm saying? Prove what he say he is. Prove it to be true. If he say he your friend, let's see. Go through some things with him.
Mm-hmm. And
have
that's
a discussion.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So my fault.
It's like third. I was gonna say have a discussion with him that you don't agree with. Like don't agree with him all the time. You know what I'm saying? Have a dispute with him, not to like fight or something, but don't be no yes man all the time because you would have make him your friend. Tell him when he wrong if he ain't.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's somebody that you can consider a friend. You know what I'm saying? Everything you said is exactly right. And that's why people are upset with how we run things in the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Why we got a rank system set up. Talking about that should be no rank amongst Israel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know why it's set up that way? Because we don't just let anybody in here, man. This ain't the Bible club. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no hangout, man. You know what I'm saying? When you first come into the ISUPK, you are told to wear all black for 90 days. You know what I'm saying? You are told to make your check-ins, to follow orders. You know what I'm saying? There's certain protocols and steps that we take in the ISUPK in order to prove somebody, to see if this person is really down for the Most High or not. You know what I'm saying? Before we can call anybody a warrior amongst us, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't just credit anybody just because you got money. Just because you got $1 million in the bank, that doesn't mean you're going to be general such and such. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to come in just like everybody had to come in and to prove themselves, you know what I'm saying, to be worthy to be in these ranks. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to get a friend, prove him first. Read on.
Sir. Verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Right, like your pastor. He's only around to get a benefit from it. That's all he's around for. How much money he can get out of it. How rich could he get from it? That's all he's concerned with is his pockets. That's not what a true friend is supposed to be. Was it what they call it opportunistic? Was only around for opportunity, for their own occasion. They got their own agenda set up behind it. You know what I'm saying? Well, in this brotherhood class, you're gonna learn that wealth does not equate to integrity or morality. You can be the wealthiest person and spiritually the evilest nigga alive. You know what I'm saying? What you need to do is grow some morality and some righteousness about yourself by learning the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. Because that's going to last way longer than anything that's in your bank account. I'm saying treating your brothers with brotherhood and with love is more important than anything that you can drive or own, man. You know what I'm saying? Your own occasion and your selfishness is what we're further destroyed here, right? Read on.
Sir. And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
Mm-hmm. They all left us, man. All our so-called leaders left us in the day of our trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, as a brother, man, be down for your brothers in the ghetto, man. Stick with one another, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody came up by themselves, right? They love to rap about that. I came up by myself, did it on my own. That ain't true. Nobody on this earth did it on their own, man. Don't forget about the ones that you was grinding with, that you had to suffer with. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget about the ones you did Hebrew Academy with, that you broke a piece of bread and passed it around with, man. Don't forget about them. Don't forget about your friend, your brother, your oppressor. He is not your friend. These other nations, he is not your friend. And anybody that's telling you to join them and to love them, they're not your friend, man. They only doing that for their own occasion, for their own benefit. Read
on. Sir. Verse 9. And there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
Mm-hmm. Who like to bear your secrets, right? Read on.
Sir. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
Right. He's only there because there's food on the table. There's something that he can get that's on this table. Right? Instead of worrying about or thinking about how can I add onto the table to make it even greater so more people can eat on it. You know what I'm saying? They only think about what they can get from the table when they sit down, what they can eat from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's selfishness, man. You know what I'm saying? You should not treat your brother as something as of no value, man. Something that's worthless just so you can get $1. You shouldn't be a trader and take advantage of people just so you can get $1. Stick through with one another with the good times and the bad times. Read on.
But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself.
In your prosperity, man, he gonna be so close to you. Is he gonna be as if he's you? He gonna try to be around you so much because what you're providing for him and the wealth and all that, he gonna try to be around you so much, man. And listen, our so-called pastors has become like our oppressors, man. They try to be around him so much. You know what I'm saying? They try to be just like him. Learning everything from our oppressors, man. And go and spew that garbage unto you. All right? There is no value in being dishonorable. Character is more valuable than wealth. All right? Read on.
Sir. And will be bold over thy servants.
Mm-hmm.
If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face.
Mm-hmm. That's what a
Separate that. Oh,
no, I was just gonna say that's what a trader would do, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read.
come, sir. Verse 13. Separate thyself from thy enemies, and take heed of thy friends.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm
A,
saying? Now you can drop it right there. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 13 and 20. Now what verse? What chapter was 6? Matter of fact, let me get 10 and 22. My bad. Let me get 10 and 22. All right. Separate yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be around only when you can gain from it, right? You know what I'm saying? Al Sharpton, TD Jakes, they only come up and speak on news conference because they're getting paid for that. When a black child gets shot down in the street, you know, what I'm saying? They only around when they know that they can make money off of it, man. This grind on taking care of black people is a 24/7 grind. Taking care of Hispanics and Native Indians is a 24/7 grind, man. This work do not stop. You know what I'm saying? It don't only start when, it's a national problem, but it also starts with what's in our communities, man. To the minor infractions, man. To the minor things that we go day by day. And one of those simple things is brotherhood. That's what we need, man. More brotherhood amongst blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We need to be taught that we are one people, one race, one nation, man. And we're no longer divided by language or skin color, light skin, dark skin, none of that bull crap. We are the children of Israel, man. And there is value in that, right? Read on. You got that for me?
come,
All right, you go ahead.
come. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 22. Whether he be rich, noble, or poor, their glory is in the fear of the Lord.
It's what?
Their glory is in the fear of the Lord.
Right. Whether you rich, poor, noble, whatever, your glory is in the fear of the Lord. And how do you show that you fear the Most High? All right. It's by obedience. If you fear anything, you will obey it, man. You know what I'm saying? That the Lord told us that we keep his commandments and you are to obey that. You are to follow these laws that's written in this book. And that's greater than any amount of wealth that's on this earth or anything the white man can provide. Right? Read on.
Come, sir. It is not meet to despise the poor man
Mm-hmm.
that hath understanding, neither is it convenient to magnify a sinful man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what they push here in America, man. The poor man, that's why it's so hard for brothers and sisters to understand what we about, what we're talking about in the Isupk, man. You know why? Because we're not no rich politician with a jet that's flying around and all of that stuff, man. We niggas from the ghetto just like you. You know what I'm saying? But they try to tell you that you should listen to your pastor who got all that money and all that wealth in that church, man. When he can care less about you. If you want to understand what you need to do, hear it from somebody that been through it just like you, that went through it just like you. The greatest one that ever went through it just like you is Jesus Christ, man. A black man from the ghetto. And he knows what it's like to be oppressed. He knows what it's like to be from the ghetto. And what he taught in this Bible was not to turn his back from the ghetto, turn his back from his people and start joining the Romans and these other nations. What he taught was to be separate and serve the Most High and to love your own people and treat each other with value and with love, man. That's what Christ taught, man. Right? You can drop that. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 11 and 11.
Come, sir.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, verse 11. There is one that laboreth and taketh pains and maketh haste and is so much the more behind.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You trying to grind, and will be cutthroat and do everything just so you can get $1. You know what I'm saying? And you don't see nothing in it. You know, or nothing in return. You know what I'm saying? You trying to do everything just so to get $1. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you still don't receive and become a millionaire like you expect to be. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not fearing the Most High. Fear the Most High and get rulership, man. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Oh shit, I lost my place, sir. Come on, concert. Again, there is another that is slow and have need of help, wanting ability and full of poverty. Yet the eye of the Lord looketh upon him for good and
Right.
set him,
Now finish part. My bad.
so like it, sir, and set him up from his lower state.
Right, man. You see yourself in your condition right now. Don't think that this is it, man. Or this is your end. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that, you shouldn't serve the Most High because I'm in the ghetto. The Lord's still looking at you for good. Don't think, well, man, since I'm suffering, I just got to get high and that will be life, because that's what life is, man. The Lord still sees you for good, man. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor did all that killing and all of that, you know what I'm saying, colonizing just to lose it all at the end. Built up the greatest empire on this earth just so it can fall down at the end. Guess what? You ain't got to do no killing, no colonizing, or none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? What you got to do is turn to the Most High. You turn to the Most High, the Lord will raise you up. He'll raise up this nation, not as an individual, not for your own self, but as a nation, man. We came into captivity as a nation. Guess what? We gonna get out of captivity as a nation. Right? Read on.
Kind of concert. And lifted up his head from misery, so that many that saw it may marvel at him.
Mm-hmm.
Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come from the Lord.
Right. The Lord is in control of everything. He is in control of everything. He knows everything that's going on this earth. He is not oblivious to nothing, nor does he have any opposition to anything that's going on this earth. Saying the Lord is in full control and everything comes from him. Life, death, blessings, curses, prosperity, adversity, poverty, and riches. All of that comes from the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? So drop that. Let me get 13 and 20.
Kind of concert.
I can get a time check real quick, bro. Sure.
So like it, sir, 8:58.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead and grab that.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 20. As the proud hated humility, so doeth the rich abhor the poor.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Making that comparison. Read on.
A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends,
Mm-hmm.
but a poor man being down is thrust away by his friends.
Right. You don't want to be biased, towards your brothers. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to show no respect of person towards your brothers just because somebody's richer than the other. You know what I'm saying? You should treat them fairly and equally, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you want to be. You don't want to be a groupie, you know what I'm saying? And chasing every opportunity and chasing wealth, man. You know what I'm saying? You should see the value and having a brother next to you, a ride or die brother or sister next to you, man. You know what I'm saying? People that's willing to stand with you even when you don't have it all. Or you can still enjoy yourself with even though you don't have it all, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord don't have no respect in person. Right? Read on.
Kind of concert. We have verse 23, right? Or 22.
23.
22.
Oh, 20.
I think we have verse 22, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 13, verse 22. When a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken,
Mm-hmm.
and yet men justify him.
Right. They justify your pastor. He speak on things that he should not be speaking on. They justify the oppressor just because this is the winning team. You think this is the winning team, so you gotta hop on the bandwagon, man. God is with those that's suffering right now, that's on the bottom, and you ought to stick with those same people, right? For time's sake, just drop me that. Um, let me get, what was that? 13.
Kind of concert.
Let me get 31 and 5. No, yeah, 31 and 5. 31 and 5. We're gonna end it with this one. Or probably one more. Let me get one more.
Kind of concert.
All right, you go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 31 and 5. He that loves gold shall not be justified,
Mm-hmm.
and he that followeth corruption shall have enough thereof.
Right. You're not gonna escape judgment just because you have the wealth of this world. Don't think you can do what you want to do just because you're free in America. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is requiring blacks, Hispanics, and Native to keep his commandments. And your wealth will not justify that, or why you didn't keep it, or why you broke the Lord's commandments, or why you treated your brother with cruelty and forgot about the poor. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Kind of concert. Verse 6. Gold hath been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present.
Mm-hmm. So just drop that. Let me get Proverbs 30 and 8 real quick. All right. So whatever portion that you're given in this life and in this oppression, you know what I'm saying, be satisfied enough to realize you don't have to compromise your integrity in order to be successful or in order to be great on this earth. You know what I'm saying? If you're given a little bit on this earth, be satisfied with that portion. You know what I'm saying? And serve the Most High in it. If you're given a lot on this earth, be satisfied with that portion and serve the Most High in it. You know, we should not look each other based upon our wealth. You know what I'm saying? The rich should not look down on the poor. You know what I'm saying? The poor should not, try to we should not be trying to overthrow each other based on the crumbs that our oppressor gives us. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do is whatever you're given, you know what I'm saying? The portion that you're given, be satisfied with that. You know what I'm saying? And build your own nation up and love your own people, man. Because that's more greater than anything on this earth. Right? You got that for me?
Kind of concert.
Right.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 30, verse 8. Remove far from me vanity and lies.
Mm.
Give me neither poverty nor riches.
So this
Feed
is,
me with. Oh,
if I could real quick, I just want to pepper it up with this, right? This is Solomon speaking. You know what I'm saying? He's speaking to the Most High, man, on being content. You know what I'm saying? And being, not a selfish, a greedy bastard over the things of this world. You know what I'm saying? Or of this earth. About it, Solomon was a king when he wrote this, man. He had everything that he wanted. Anything that he can think of was his, man. But yet he still served the Most High. He still loved his people, man. You know what I'm saying? Read that from the top one more time.
Con. Remove far from me vanity and lies.
Mm-hmm.
Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Mm-hmm.
Feed me with food convenient for me.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't be greedy and trying to be wealthy in this place, man. Everything is about balance, man. You're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days where you're real wealthy and a good amount of money. You're gonna have days where you're broke, man. You know what I'm saying? But what you need to hold on to in between that is your character, is your morality and your integrity, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord will take care of the rest, right? So Solomon is saying, listen, teach me discipline. You know what I'm saying? Teach me how to be complacent, you know what I'm saying? And not be overly zealous with greed, right? Read on.
Con. Verse 9. Lest I be full and deny thee
Mm-hmm.
and say, who is the Lord?
Right. Too much of
Or lest
anything. Right. Too much of anything is not good for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Too much of anything is not good for you. You need a good balance. All right. Don't be opportunistic either, man. Don't look for every opportunity to overthrow your brother just so you can gain some wealth, man. Neither those that don't have it, don't look down on them because you can be in that same position. We all need each other, man. Whether you got bread or don't, man. You know what I'm saying? We all have a purpose and a tool that can provide and build in this nation, man. So learn how to fear the Most High with discipline, right? Read
con. Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of God in vain.
right. You know what I'm saying? You be poor and start to do things that breaks your character and breaks your integrity just so you can get things, the wealth of this world. You know what I'm saying? And curse the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And only worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we should not practice amongst our people. We should see the value in one another and before we put the value of money or anything else, you know what I'm saying, above our brothers and sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that, we're gonna end the class. The water, make sure y'all hit the like button and share this, John. You know what I'm saying? Share so we can, spread this truth. So with that, we're gonna end the class. All right. Shalom, y'all.